Good morning, students. Welcome back. So let us proceed to this chapter with the last important topic, that is working with binary files. Now, at the beginning of the chapter, I had a discussion with all of you in this YouTube video that we can write data to two kinds of files. One was the data file, which we are working till now and which is a part of your practical exam. And second is writing data to a binary file. Now remember my words very well. In practical exam, programs will definitely come of you can say text file. But in theory exam, many times programs are asked for writing or reading data from a binary file. Okay. So let us see how we are going to deal with this binary file. Things are different as from reading and writing data from a normal text file. What are the differences that I would just you can say explain to you in this video. But first let us understand what is a binary file. As you know, the name itself suggests binary file means files which are written in the form of some encoded data. Encoded data, it can be binary, it can be something else, but mostly maybe or may not be, we won't be able to understand that data. Okay, we will not be able to completely understand that data. Okay, so binary file means data that is encoded. Now whenever we were dealing with simple data files, we mostly used to save as .txt. In binary files, I think we can save the file in two ways. One is .dat and one is .bin. Okay, whatever is applicable to us. Okay, so extensions available for a binary file are .dat and .bin. And remember, extension that we used for simple data file was simply .txt. Okay, so whenever we will be creating files, we can either create in .dat or .bin format. Okay, that is the first thing. Now very importantly, okay, for Python to work with binary file, okay, Python does not have the capability to work directly with binary files. Okay, for Python to be able to work with binary file, now what is the meaning of the word work? Work means whatever data we are specifying, it should be able to convert in binary, and whatever data we are requesting to read from a file, it should be able to convert from binary to the language that we understand. Very simple, I am writing that. Where will Python face difficulty? Python will face difficulty. Suppose we are writing some data in a file. Python wants to save that data to a binary file. So Python may obviously need to first convert that data in binary, and then it will save data to a particular binary file. That is one challenge that Python will face. Second challenge, that suppose data is already existing in a file. Okay, and I want to read the data. So again Python has to convert that data from binary to a language which is known to us, probably English, and then it will be able to read and display the data for us. Okay, so all these things Python cannot handle on its own. That is why we have to import a module, and this module will be able to help us converting data from our language to binary and from binary language back to our language whenever we would like to read data. Whenever we would like to write data to a binary file, it will convert our data from high level language to binary language. And whenever we would like to read data from a binary file, it would convert binary language to our high level language. So one module needs to be used and imported. The name of this module is, it is a funny name. The name of this module is pickle. Okay, it is not the actual pickle you might be thinking about, but name of the module is pickle. Okay, now what I said, the two things that I said just prior to this, that pickle module will convert high level to binary, and whenever we want to write data, and it will convert from binary to high level whenever we want to read the data from a file. So these two are important definitions. So I will be writing the definition. First definition is pickling. Okay, pickling means very simple, it will convert our data into binary data. So I will write process of converting, you can say, data means our data, into binary or binary is also referred to by the textbook as byte stream. Okay, so what is pickling? Pickling is the process of converting data into binary or byte stream. Byte stream and binary are the same thing. Textbook is more or less using binary, and no, instead of binary, textbook is more or less using byte stream. So I included in the definition. So please understand, very simple. Whenever we are writing data, obviously whatever we are going to write in the data will be in our language. Okay, our language is high level language, so textbook is referring to as data. Our language is textbook is referring to as data. So what is the process of pickling? Process of pickling will be involving, it will convert our data into binary data or byte stream. Byte stream and binary stands for the same thing. Now obviously, suppose we are writing data to a file, we are giving our own data, and pickle module will convert that data into binary data, and this process is called pickling. Now there is a reverse process also. What is the reverse process? When I want to read data from a binary file, when I want to read data from a binary file, there pickle module will convert this byte stream again into data which is readable to us. So again there is a process. This process is called unpickling. Okay, I hope it is very crystal clear to all of you. What is unpickling? Process of converting byte stream or binary data, whatever you want to write, byte stream or binary codes into data we can understand, or high level data or high level language. Okay, so I hope you are all very clear with the difference between these two, pickling and non-pickling. Okay, I would like to repeat the points once again before I go ahead in the theory. We are now ending into the last topic of the chapter, that is dealing with binary files. Normal files we were dealing with .txt, but binary files we can create in two ways, .dat and .bin. Python cannot deal with binary files directly. It needs the requirement or needs the help of some other module. That module is called pickle. Okay, what is the use of this pickle module? It will allow us to work with binary data. What will pickle module do? It will convert our data into binary and save it to the file, and it will convert the data from binary to our data which we can read. So this whatever things I am repeating are actual two definitions. First definition is pickling. What is pickling? Pickling means it will convert our data, whatever we are writing in Python file, into binary data and save it to the file. So what is pickling? Pickling is the process of converting data written in Python into binary data or byte stream. Simple to understand. Our data is converted to byte stream or binary data, that is pickling. Reverse process is unpickling. What is unpickling? It will convert binary data which is there in the file, and it will convert it into our data that we can read and understand. Okay, so that is the meaning of pickling and unpickling. Okay. Now students, last you can say point I want to discuss before we can go for the practical approach of this pickle. So please remember which function we were using to write data to a file in our text method. We were using f.write, correct? F.write, then we were using the file name, and we were using the, you can say, file mode. So I think this was the case. But whenever we are making use of pickle module, this will not be applicable. This will not be applicable. Okay. What is applicable? To write data to a binary file making use of pickle module, what we have to use? We have to use one function. So I will write, the name of the function is pickle.dump. Pickle.dump. I spoke the same words again and again, where we were discussing that f.close. What I was discussing, it is flushing data from Python's memory to text files memory. Okay. So whenever we are dealing with pickle, that is whenever we are dealing with this pickle module or binary file, the old methods of f.write for writing data to a file will not work. Which method will work? Pickle.dump. Okay, so I will write write the explanation of the same. Okay, pickle.dump method will allow us to write data, to a binary file. Okay, now let us discuss the syntax of the same. Syntax is pickle.dump. Now inside we have to specify uh, in single quotes, or maybe without that also. Inside that we have to specify text. That text can be direct string, that text can be list, it can be dictionary, something else, and as well as we have to specify file object. We have to specify the file object means normally which we are using f, that is the file object. Fine. So you will be very clear with this once I start the practical approach, but just we are using up this video for theory of this thing. So what is whenever we are using a binary file, we are making use of pickle module. And how do we save data to a binary file? Remember, in normal text files we were using what? We were using this f.write, and then we were using whatever text in single quotes or whatever list, whatever we wanted, we were specifying here. Okay, so this was applicable for writing data from Python to a text file. But whenever we are using this pickle module, and especially whenever using this binary file, we will not be able to use f.write. We will be able to use pickle.dump, and this will be the method that will allow us to directly write data to a binary file. What is the syntax? Syntax is text. You understand, text can be anything in string, it can be list later on, and specific followed by the file object. That is what I am talking about is f. Now let us discuss the last part. What we used to, you can say, use when we were reading data. Either we use f.read, either we used f.read line, and either we used a lot about f.read lines. Okay, as applicable, none of them will be used here. So to read data from a binary file, we will be making use of what function? We will be making use of the method pickle.load. Pickle.load. So explanation of that method, or this method will allow us to read data, read data from a binary file. Okay, I hope things are getting clear in your mind. Syntax, what is the syntax? Pickle dot load, and here we will write the file object. Okay, basically in our case it will be f. Okay, fine. I hope this is clear to all of you. Let me rewind all the things before we go to the next video, where we will discuss the practical approach of the same. See, till now we were dealing with text file. Now we are going to deal with binary file. Text file could be created only in one way. Basically we use one way, that is .txt. Binary file we can work with two ways, .dat, .bin. Python won't be able to directly work with this binary file on its own. It needs some support from other files. So for working with this binary file, what support we will use? We will take support of module pickle. What is the use of the pickle module? It will allow us to write data in Python, convert the data into binary, save that data into binary file. Also, this module will allow us to read data from binary file, where binary data is converted into data that we can understand. Fine. So whatever I spoke as the use of this pickle module, that is explained here in two definitions. First definition is pickling. Process of converting our high level language data. Remember, high level means English. Process of converting this high level language data into binary data or byte stream is called pickling. So in short, whenever we write data to a binary file, whenever we are writing data to a binary file, we are actually performing the process of pickling. Because what happens when we write data to a binary file? We are writing data in high level language, or we are writing data Pickle module is converting that data into binary data and saving to the file. So whenever we are creating file and we are writing data to a binary file, technically we are performing the process of pickling. Now, second type of the, you can say, process is unpickling. Whenever we are reading data from a binary file, remember, data in the file will be in the form of a binary stream or byte stream. So first of all, pickle module will do what? It will take up that data and it will convert that data into language that we can understand. So whenever we are reading data from a binary file, technically we are, you can say, performing the process of unpickling. What is unpickling? It is the process by which binary data or byte stream is converted into the data that we can understand. Okay. And the last thing, in normal text file, to write data we used to use the method f.write. To read data we use the method f.read. Okay, here it is totally different. To write data to a binary file, we have to use this method pickle.dump. We have to compulsorily use this method pickle.dump. It will allow us to directly write data to a binary file. What is the syntax? Pickle.dump. The data that is to be written, maybe in single quotes it can be given, comma, compulsorily we have to give the file object. And whenever we want to read data from a binary file, we will use the command pickle.load. Syntax is very easy. Pickle.load, we will only enter the file object, all the data. What will this function do? It will, you can say, read all data from binary file and display it to us in a language that we can understand. Okay. So that will be all from my side. And remember very well, students, I repeated at the beginning of the video, practical, or you can say practical content of this binary file is not there. But theory wise, whatever I have written, it is totally everything. If you prepare this, your theory of, you can say, binary files will be complete. What are the questions that can be asked? What is the use of pickle module? Pickle module will allow us to work with binary files. Pickle module will convert our data into byte stream whenever we want to write data to a file, and it will also convert byte stream into our data whenever we want to read data to a file. Okay, that is one answer. Second, definitions can be asked regarding pickling and unpickling. And finally, obviously, you know computer science, it will ask that which method you can use to write data to a binary file. Explain syntax and give example. So this is the case. Syntax I have given, example I will show you in the next video. Which method we can use to read data from a binary file? So pickle.load, syntax is here, and obviously we can specify the example in the next video. Okay, fine. So I hope this is understandable to all of you. This is the, you can say, theory portion of pickle module, as well as how we are dealing with a binary file. In the next video we will see one example where we are practically dealing with binary files. Okay, so that would be all from my side for this video, students. Thank you and have